Congratulations, Premier Pools and Spas customer. You're right there at the end, and we're gonna go over a few things on the crucial parts of interior finish. There's a few things we wanna go over to make sure that the filling process, the brushing process, and maybe even the chemical process to make sure that this pool will last you and your family a lifetime of beautiful, amazing memories. One of the main things on the pool filling process is to not stop it from filling. For example, if you have it halfway full and you stop it at halfway at night and then you turn it back on in the morning, it's gonna leave a ring right where that water level was. So you want it a constant fill. You can slow it down to a trickle, but make sure it's constantly filling and stop it right at the middle of that waterline tile. Another key point on the filling process is to make sure to fill from the deep end of the pool first. You wanna fill it in the deep end because if you put the hose in the shallow end, it's gonna create streaks coming down to the deep end. So you wanna start from the bottom in the deep end to fill that pool up and then grab that hose and put it into the raised spa. You wanna make sure to start from the bottom and then go to your raised spa or any raised Baja features of some sort.
While we can use well water to fill a swimming pool, it's important that we know ahead of time if you intend to do so. Reason one being just the makeup of the water. We'll want to get a sample of that water to see the calcium content, the hardness content, to know exactly the quality of the water that we're putting into the swimming pool, as well as make sure that we don't dry up your well. I've seen it a handful of times over the year where someone tries to pull 20,000 gallons out of a well super quickly and the well dries up, and we just want to ensure that that doesn't happen on your property. If you want to fill your swimming pool with soft water, we need to know that ahead of time. But whether you have a well, whether you have a soft water, whether you have a hard water hose bib at the back, we can account for any of those situations. We just need to know ahead of time.
One of the main questions we get is, how long is my pool gonna take to fill? Well, that really depends on how much water pressure you have on your house and how good that is. You can get 2-3 hoses into your deep end and that'll obviously help the flow and get it up a little bit quicker, but it really depends on how much water is coming into your house as how much water can go into your pool. I've had pools fill up in 4 hours, and that being said, I've had pools fill up in 4 days. It really depends on the water pressure you have. If you have good water pressure, I would try to gauge about a day and a half for that pool to be full. Right before you fill up the pool, contact your water district to let them know you are filling up a pool. We have had in the past where the water district will shut your water off thinking that you have a leak when really you're filling up a pool. So you don't really want to stop it because the water district shut your water off. So contact them, let them know you're filling a pool. That way everything will go smoothly and you'll be swimming in no time. So there's a couple different types of interior finishes that you can choose from that kind of affect the timeline of when you can get in there and start swimming. One is a plaster finish. So it's a smooth finish and it's a one-day process. So the guys will come in, plaster it, trowel it, and start filling that process that day. The second type is a pebble or bead finish, which is applied one day, troweled on, and then they come back the next day and acid wash it and pressure wash it, and then they'll start filling it from there. So in the plaster finish, it usually takes about 30 days or so before you can introduce heat and maybe even start balancing the water in there to start swimming in that pool. The pebble bead finish, you can maybe even start swimming in that in about a week or so, but don't introduce heat for at least 2 weeks. Definitely contact your service technician on where those water chemistry levels are and when it is safe for you to jump and start swimming in that pool.
Brushing is a vital step to ensuring a long-lasting, beautiful interior finish, and it's imperative that it gets done properly and that it gets done regularly. We provide you a brush and a pole, and we just ask that you brush the entire surface of the swimming pool, floor, walls, steps, several times a day up to that first week. Again, work with your local Premier Pools and Spas franchise to find out exactly what brushing schedule is best for your particular interior finish. As an interior cures underwater over the first 30 days, a lot of the cream or plaster material kind of makes its way to the surface, and we're really just trying to brush that off the surface so that it doesn't settle and it doesn't set in.
Also, this is a great time to contact your gas company and tell them that you just installed a pool gas heater and maybe fire features in your backyard. Contact your Premier Pools construction supervisor to find out how many BTUs your backyard is pulling so you can give that information to your gas company and they can do the calculations to get you the right gas meter so that all of your features and heater will work properly.